My name is Will. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I was born with bilateral microtia and atresia, and I wear a Baha Sound Processor. I'm a much different person today than I was 5 or 6 years ago since adopting this technology. I have so much more confidence in myself. My uncle is really who got me into comics. That's something we've always been close on. He was also into art, so he influenced me a lot in those areas. My expression has always been through art. So when it was time to go to college, I found my niche in graphic design, and that got me into the fields of signs and logo design, that sort of thing. So microtia and atresia is a condition where the outer ear is basically deformed. And then atresia is where there's a canal, but I don't have any holes in my ears, essentially. In order to hear with my condition, I've always had to wear a form of bone conducting aid. What I wore for bone conduction then was this whole head apparatus with a wire and all this. I felt like I stood out. Any self-consciousness I ever had growing up, most of it would come from adults, unfortunately, coming up and saying, "What's that on your head?" or "What's wrong with your ears?" I guess I kind of took it and internalized it a little bit. So the old hearing device I was wearing was wearing out. I needed to go find some new technology, more modern technology. Part of the process was going to a microtia and atresia clinic. Cochlear was there, so I went up to their booth to test out the Baha, and I just knew that I had to go with this technology. When I first got the Baha system, there was immediate change. As soon as they clipped it on, I heard stuff I never knew I was supposed to be hearing. Since adopting the Baha system, it was an immediate, noticeable change. With the 2 microphones, as opposed to I used to only have 1 microphone, I'm hearing much more. I don't feel like I'm going to miss out on a conversation. So I'm much more willing to talk to somebody that I don't know. There's a lot more that you could do with the programs in the Baha Smart app, but then I can even take those and tweak those myself. And if I'm outside and it's windy, or if I'm just in a noisy restaurant, I have control over my hearing that even normal people don't have. And that's kind of cool. Being a hero to me, it's setting that example for somebody. That's some of why I like going back to the conferences or working with a volunteer program. Showing kids and even other adults that you can succeed in life and you're not alone in the world. It's just awesome to me. The Baha Sound Processor has become my superpower. It helped me find myself and given me a confidence to go try to be a role model for kids. There aren't many superheroes with hearing aids, so if I could do that and be a role model for somebody, I'm more than happy to do that.